Welcome to another episode of To the Magic and Beyond. I am Jordan here with my co-host Michelle.
Hey, hey.
And we are excited to be back with you guys to talk more things Disney and all of our favorite stuff.
Excited to be here.
What are we delving into today?
I think we're going to talk about some tasty options at the parks today.
Food. I love food.
Disney is full of plenty of food options, regardless of how picky you are. There's something for everybody.
Which is important because, as we kind of mentioned in our first episode, that every trip is different depending on the group that you go with. And
Yes.
so
Absolutely.
I feel like everyone might overlook food as being kind of an important thing to maybe have a heads up on going into the parks, because you think so much about tickets and your hotel and lightning lanes and all of that stuff, and you may just think like, oh, we'll just get food when we get there, which is fine, but sometimes, like you said, just maybe it would be good having a heads up of what are some good places to go, or where can we get some good snacks or things like that.
Or
so
if you've got a picky kid that all they eat's chicken tenders, it's important to know that Disney is very kid friendly, but chicken tenders are not on the menu everywhere.
Yes. Yeah. So we thought it would be kind of fun to go through and just talk about some of our personal favorite restaurants, and just give you guys some feedback on some good places it might be for you to check out when you go on your trip.
All right. Sounds great.
We want to start at Magic Kingdom.
Happiest place on earth. I think that's a good one to start with. I'm going to go with my option. I'll go first for quick service. It never lets me down. It's comfort food. Yeah, it never has great atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
The food's pretty good, and it's in air conditioning.
Always important.
Yeah, Disney it is if you're there in the summer. So, Pinocchio's Village House.
Ooh, good choice.
With the pizza flatbread.
Yes.
I think there's a chicken parm sandwich if you're into sandwiches, and some side salads, fountain drinks. There's usually a frozen option,
which is always very nice, especially in the summer.
It is. Right now you can get a blue raspberry slushy, and I love a good slush. Sometimes it's a frozen lemonade. Right now it's blue raspberry.
Rotating menu.
Yeah, and if you're on the dining plan, just heads up, you can get that frozen drink instead of a fountain drink.
Oh, that is good to know.
It is. It is in July.
Yeah.
It's very good to know.
Especially important in July.
Yeah. So that's mine. What's your favorite?
Well, I think that's a good choice with Pinocchio. That's also, you get the little view of like it's a small world depending on where you sit in the restaurant. So that's one of the reasons I do. It was very hard for me to choose because I had two. Pinocchio is one. That's kind of like my go-to.
Yeah.
Just like you said, you're going to get good food, good service. The menu. It's not going to let you down. And so Pinocchio is one of my favorites, just atmosphere for sure, and kind of just the variety of food. It's not your typical park food. So I love your choice there. I ended up going with Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe.
Oh, you can't go wrong there either.
Yes, which is over in Tomorrowland. And I think it also, again, just a cute atmosphere. If you haven't been there before, they have one of the seating areas, they have an animatronic. I think he's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Alien.
Something.
Something.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell.
a alien dinosaur.
Yeah. Cosmic Ray himself.
Yes.
Is in there, and he's singing some songs, and so there's cute little entertainment, and it's just a good spot to kind of get off your feet for a little bit. And they have kind of what I would consider your amusement park comfort foods. You've got your cheeseburgers, you've got the chicken tenders and fries. Typically they have like a salad option or something as well. So I feel like it's a good spot that everyone in the family, especially if you got kiddos, could find something that they want to eat. But it's also gonna it's gonna hit the spot. Like it's gonna be a good burger.
Yep.
It's gonna be some good chicken tenders. So that's usually, especially if I'm there with some first timers, that's usually a place that I'll recommend going because it's just air conditioned also.
Yes.
And lots of seating.
Exactly.
Some of the restaurants don't have a lot of seating.
Oh, exactly.
So it can be a little bit difficult. So that one's got tons of places to sit.
Well, and even has the outside in shade with some fans. I think there's some ceiling fans out there. I can't really remember, but I think so.
Keep the air moving.
And it keeps the air moving. And I mean, I do miss pre-COVID. They used to have the burger topping bar.
Oh, yes.
So like that was amazing.
Yes.
It's not back, probably not coming back, but it's still a great burger. Just like Pinocchio's has a great pizza. I mean, for a theme park.
Yes.
You know, this is not Italy.
Yeah. Yes.
So, and you're not paying to be in Italy.
Right.
I mean, even though it is a pricey little slice there,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a nice flatbread. I think right now they've got at Pinocchio's, you know, there's a I think it's a hot chicken.
Oh.
Yeah. And
That's cool.
yeah, like, you know, and they used to have a great tomato basil that was really good, but it's not on the menu right now. So I
Okay.
think there's probably a standard pepperoni or cheese.
Yeah. Something that's
And
always
then that
there.
buffalo chicken. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
And it looks good. I haven't had that one yet because I was torn like you. I mean, you've got lots of options
Yes.
at Magic Kingdom for quick service
Yes.
because you've got
Which is
Casey's.
nice.
Yeah.
Casey's is great.
Great cheese fries,
Mhm.
every kind of hot dog combination with
Yeah.
stuff on it that you want if that's your jam.
Yeah.
The downside on Casey's is what you were just talking about at Cosmic Art.
The seating.
and air conditioning.
Yes.
No air conditioning.
Yep.
And seating is hard to come by there
Yes.
because a lot of people are just looking for a seat to sit in. And since it's quick service, anybody can sit down.
Yeah.
So a lot of folks are just resting and not necessarily eating.
Yep. And it's located more towards the front of the park, so it gets a lot more foot traffic than
Exactly.
some of the others do.
And then honorable mention, Friar Nooks is great.
Yeah.
If you're into a smaller meal, right? They have top French fries and mac and cheese sometimes there. Just kind of their menu kind of changes.
Yeah.
Right. And Sleepy Hollow, I mean, it's great
Yeah.
for breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the chicken waffle, and I know everybody's upset because they changed the waffle. 'Cause
changed the
I was
waffles.
upset too, but they kind of fixed my problem. My problem was you couldn't get the chocolate and the fruit.
Yeah.
It was separate. You had to buy like a little cup.
Mm-hmm.
Disney listened.
They do
Now
that
you
sometimes.
can get the toppings
Yeah.
all on there, but it's still the Mickey shaped waffle instead of the bigger, thicker waffle.
Yeah.
None of them are crispy.
Yeah.
I've heard some people say, "Oh, it was crispier before." No, because they're making waffles in high supply back there. Those
Right.
ladies and gentlemen
Yeah.
are slinging waffles all day.
They're not getting them to that crisp.
No, there's no crisp,
perfection.
and they sit there for just a second. They're
Right.
not cold, but they're
Mhm.
not. But it's a great fun. They have funnel cakes
Yeah.
too there.
Yes.
So like if
Funnel
you're looking,
cakes are always a good snack.
yeah, I mean you can't go wrong. And then the cheeseburger roll cart.
Yes.
It is over heading into Adventureland.
Okay.
So if you think about where Crystal Palace is after you've come down and you're
Mhm.
going to go across the bridge, right before you go across the bridge, to your right is the cart that they usually have the cheeseburger all the time. And then
Okay.
there's like a special.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like it could be the pepperoni rolls. And with those, you get like a side of pizza sauce.
Yeah.
And they're good. And then sometimes during the 50th anniversary and the 100th, all the celebrations,
Yes.
I feel like there was a different one.
Yeah, probably
then.
some.
But they're great. You get two. It's probably around $10.
That's not
You
bad.
know, it's not bad, and it's enough. Like if you're just looking to snack,
Mm-hmm.
like that's one of substance. What
Yeah.
you got for snacks?
I love to go to Gaston's Tavern. That one is my go-to snack spot because again, now it can also, depending on the time of day, can be a little hard to find a seat in there
Yeah.
because it doesn't have a lot. It's kind of tucked back in the corner of Fantasyland, and but they have the massive cinnamon rolls, which are so good. And then they have a drink that I love called the Fooze Brew.
Oh, it's
Which
great.
it sounds crazy when you talk about all the ingredients because it's like toasted marshmallow and like a fruit juice and it's a frozen like slush, but like man, it's so good. I love it.
And you can get it in a souvenir
Yes,
mug.
yes.
And then, there's one that's Gaston and one that's Belle.
Yes.
And one, they're cute.
Yeah.
And you can get it without the foam. Like,
You
some
can.
people are put off by the foam.
I love the foam.
I like the
personally.
foam.
I love the sweet and sour mixed together.
It's kind of apple juicy.
Yes.
Yeah, like a frozen apple juice.
Frozen apple juice.
With a fruity foam.
Yes.
It's hard to...
Yeah.
A lot of people, that is Disney's specialty drink, like at Harry Potter, and I know we're going to be talking about that soon.
The butterbeer.
Yeah.
That's exactly
that's Disney's version.
Yes,
Yeah,
but it's
that's
so
great.
good, and that's just a cute little corner to kind of get away from all the craziness and get you some good snacks in. So
Well, that's also home to the largest cinnamon roll
yes,
at Magic Kingdom,
it
I
is,
believe.
and
isn't
it is worth the hype.
Yeah.
We went and got one last time we were there. It was a bit of a line in the morning, but it was worth it. It was a very good cinnamon roll.
Yeah, it's good. And you can get, a lot of people think sometimes it's a little dry, but you can get extra icing.
Yeah.
You just have to ask.
Just ask them.
Yeah, just ask nicely and they'll help you out. And that is tucked away, and there's some great bathrooms.
Yes.
Right behind
by
there,
it. Yes.
because you're right there coming through, going to see Ariel's grotto and under the sea there,
Yep.
the Ariel, the Little Mermaid ride.
Yeah.
And so you can go through there, and it's a nice stop, nice photo ops with the castle,
Yes.
right? If you're not eating there, which we're
Yeah.
not talking about sit downs just yet,
Yeah.
but that's
It's
one.
just a good little corner for all the things. Like whenever I need a break, I just head on back to
Yeah.
Gaston Savern in that little corner, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
rest, get off my feet for a little
That's
bit.
it. And it's air conditioning inside
Yeah.
there. And there's a little bit of seating outside, but not much.
But not much.
Yeah,
Yeah, again,
not much.
tiny, not as much seating, but because it is tucked back in there, you don't fight with the crowds as much as you
Right.
would like a Casey's
Especially
Corner or
at odd
something.
time. Like I would say breakfast time.
Yeah, breakfast is
People
the
are
most
there
popular.
to get that.
Yeah.
So if you go in the afternoon,
Mhm.
sometimes that's when I want the frozen drink is in
Yes.
the afternoon, and I
Yeah.
get a little
Should be
popcorn refill.
plenty of seating at that point of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, it'll be good. And
Yeah.
there's pop, can't go wrong with popcorn.
No, popcorn.
You can get a popcorn
perfect
snack all day. I eat popcorn
Mhm.
all day, every day while I'm at Disney. And there's something special about it. I don't know what it is, but
The
I
extra
really
Disney
like
magic.
it there. And the wildlife like the popcorn at
They
Disney
do.
as well.
They
So
are
if
well
you drop
fed
a little
off
bit,
popcorn.
all the 9,000 birds are going to help you out.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a problem.
They're
you know?
waiting.
Over in Tomorrowland, you can get a cream cheese filled pretzel, not your standard
Oh.
pretzel. Yeah, there's one over there.
I have not had this.
Me either. I'm a traditionalist with my Mickey pretzel, and I do like the cheese sauce there, and you can get that at every Disney park,
Truth.
just like a Mickey bar.
Yeah.
If you're into the Mickey bars or the Mickey ice cream sandwich,
You can find them
every
everywhere.
park you can get them everywhere, and you'll
Yes.
like them. What is your table service go to? Not character.
Yes.
Just everybody's not into the character meals.
Truth.
So this time we do have a special at the end for a bonus
Mm-hmm.
round. But what's your non-character favorite at Magic Kingdom?
My favorite, and this is more so just going based off of like the ultimate Disney fan, but my absolute favorite princess is Belle. And I was so excited when I found out that like she was going to have a castle going in and like all this stuff. And the castle's kind of tiny. But when I found out that they were going to have a restaurant themed after Beauty and the Beast, I was really excited. And so I would say that Be Our Guest is probably my favorite sit down at a Magic Kingdom, just purely based off of the atmosphere in there. Like you walk in and you're in the ballroom and there's snow falling down and it's like
It's cool. And then there's the Rose Room.
yes, and then they have the Rose Room, and then you also have the Beast Study, which has the picture of him that's slashed, and there's like
Yeah.
little lightning going off. So they have like just such three like so well designed rooms that it's truly just that like you get transported to another world, which I feel like is such a cool. When you go to Disney, that's kind of what you want. You know, you
Exactly.
want that magic, and you want to feel like you're in the stories. And I feel like as far as themed restaurants go, they nailed it with
It's beautiful.
yeah, it's gorgeous. I personally enjoy the food. I haven't been in a couple years. I know they did a menu change, and I have not been back since the menu change. But it's good food. You get the 3 courses, and then sometimes when they first opened, the Beast
Yes.
did a meet and greet
Yes, he
afterwards,
did.
which was so cool. Unfortunately, as of right now, he doesn't do the
Yep.
meet and greet, but he does walk around
Yep.
and kind of just walks through. So it's not quite a character
Yep.
meal because he doesn't stop and take pictures with everybody, but you still kind of get that, magic of like, oh, the Beast is walking through his castle.
Exactly. And they used to, when they had opened, they had tried to do a quick service
Yes.
lunch and breakfast.
Yes, and I went when I did both. I got to go when they had the quick service, which it was good.
Yeah, I had the quick service lunch, and I
yeah.
thought it was good. I think I had a French dip.
Yes.
It's a French type restaurant.
Yes.
Obviously. And so it was really good. I think the theming is great there, and I think that the menu is going to come and go. That's
Right.
That's just what's going to happen at Disney.
Yeah.
They can't keep the menu the same.
Yeah, because people would get bored.
Exactly.
And they
Those
go
of
back.
us that go all the time would
Right.
like to see a little difference, right?
Yes.
But I have done it pre-menu change and then since the menu change.
Okay.
And it's a little different. I would not say the food is bad by any means.
Yeah.
And I would say that it's better than average.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be an easier get. You're a travel agent, so you
Right.
probably know.
Yes.
But it's going to be an easier get
Yeah.
than Cinderella's
Not
Castle.
yes, definitely not as competitive as Cinderella's Castle, and I would argue just as magical.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful. And I think when the Beast comes out, doesn't it thunder
Yes.
when he's out walking around?
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool because
Yeah.
you're inside.
So
and then
you
there's
know when it's about to happen.
Yeah.
And-
So I think that's pretty cool. I went classic for me. Lady and the Tramp,
Oh.
Tony's,
Yes.
Town Square. So it's right as you come down Main Street. It's on the right. You can sit on the porch. Two things. Try to gauge the temperature
That's fair.
before you go in and check in so
Yeah.
that you can maybe tell the cast members
If you want.
you prefer to sit inside if it's 110.
Yeah.
Or that you
Valid.
prefer to sit inside if it's 40 degrees.
Right.
Right. I read a couple of reviews this week of some folks who went recently.
Yes.
And they were seated on the porch. Now, I don't know if they were first timers or whatnot like that, but, they seated them on the porch. And then it took some time for them to be able to get inside. They were a little grumpy about it.
Oh no.
Not the cast members then, but I think the
Yeah.
cast members probably get a little grumpy too
Yeah.
with unhappy people. But
yeah.
the menu, so think of, in fairness, Olive Garden,
Right.
but better.
Yeah.
It's not Olive Garden. I hear a lot of people compare it to that. Just
Okay.
my personal preference.
Yeah.
It's not Olive Garden.
Yeah.
But it's also, again, not a tour of Italy
Yes.
because we're at a theme park, not Italy.
Right.
So they have the best shrimp scampi and fingerling potatoes. They're like a little crunchy, and they have something there. They have an appetizer that is it's like a melted cheese fondue.
Oh,
Oh, girl.
that sounds good.
Oh, it will change your life. It will change your life. So it's like a garlic bread, pretty toasty.
Yeah.
On a very nice Italian bread, and then you can pour this and use it as a dipping sauce or like whatever you want to do. But
Yeah.
it's very good. And there's traditional spaghetti and meatballs. I think for the kids there's a pizza. And just standard fare kind of
Yeah.
like that. I think
Again,
chicken
like,
parm.
a little bit of everything. So, like, again, going back to there's something for everybody in the family, whether
Yes.
you are the simplest of eaters and just want some spaghetti or
That's
you
it.
want to get a little fancier with something.
And inside, not a character meal, but inside there's the prettiest fountain with Lady and the Tramp inside.
Aw.
And we always go over and take a little picture. It's kind
Yeah.
of sitting indoors in the main dining room.
That's
And there's
cute.
they have it's a decent sized restaurant because they have the center, what I would call the main dining room.
Yeah.
And then they have like a sunroom
Okay.
that's kind of with like metal patio furniture. It's really
Yeah.
cute, glass top tables. And then
Aw.
on top of that, the porch.
Yeah.
Now, we've sat on the porch at Christmas
Ooh.
when the temperature was nice. It was in the 70s.
Yes.
And the Christmas tree is right there.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
parade was coming. So it was really nice, and I would say that was, but again, reasonable, something for everybody.
Yeah.
So I think you can't go wrong.
That's awesome.
It again, there's other restaurants. There's some character
Yep.
meals there. We'll talk about that in another episode. And actually, I don't know. Your favorite may be in our bonus round. So we'll see.
Perfect. All right, let's move on to, shall we go over to Animal Kingdom?
I love Animal Kingdom.
I will say, admittedly, Animal Kingdom for my family has always been about the quick service.
Gotcha.
So I know more about that. I have yet to try a couple of the sit down ones there at Animal Kingdom, but I definitely have heard some great things. Also, as a travel agent, have had a lot of clients that have wanted to eat at a couple of their restaurants as well. So this is a new one for me, but I know you've got some experience there.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's yeah, and Animal Kingdom also is called the half day park.
Yeah.
By a lot of folks. So
I think that's going to change with all of the new stuff coming to it. But right now, with all of the construction and stuff, especially, and it closing a little bit earlier,
exactly,
it's not as much of your all day destination.
Exactly. Like I love it there, but I'm going to do early entry. Yeah. Rope drop everything and try to be out by 3:00. Yeah. And so even like I'm not I don't know that I think I've had dinner there once. Yeah. And I mean in 30 some odd trips to Disney, like one time dinner. Yeah. And it was quick service. Yeah. So, we just don't I'm like you. I mean, quick service more. There is a table service. There's several table services there. And one character meal. So what would you say, since you're a fan of the quick service, what's your favorite?
My all-time favorite there is the Flame Tree Barbecue.
Oh, it's mine too.
Can't miss it.
No, it's great. What do you go for there?
The pulled pork with the mac and cheese.
Oh yeah.
I'm a massive mac and cheese fan, so if there's any way that I can try mac and cheese with something else, that's probably what I'm going to order, and it is so good. Yeah, it's so good.
Comes out with a big onion ring on top, and I think, does it have coleslaw?
You can get it with coleslaw. Okay. I'm not personally a coleslaw person, so I get mine without. But my mom loves coleslaw, and she gets it with the coleslaw. So you can go either way. Gotcha. Which is, I feel like that's kind of your classic barbecue thing, right? A lot of barbecue restaurants, you can get it topped with a coleslaw or not. So it's got some of your classic, people who love barbecue. It's got that vibe for you in those flavors, and you can get other like barbecue staples for sure, but that's my go-to. What do you usually get?
That's mine. But the like Flame Tree, but I do love the mac and cheese, but I'm also a rib fan.
Oh yeah,
and the ribs there are actually very good.
Yeah,
and there's a quarter chicken, like a roasted chicken, smoked chicken.
Yeah,
and so and it's not like sometimes that smokiness is too much, It's great.
Yeah.
Spot on. I think it comes with beans. I feel like like a baked bean and slaw maybe is what I think that meal comes with, because you can actually get like some ribs and chicken as a combo. You can also just get ribs. They're a dry basted rib, but you can get sauce. Like they have barbecue sauce there and that kind of thing. Usually something frozen there to drink.
Yes.
Usually you can get something frozen. And I think it's lots of seating.
Yes.
Like,
which again is important.
More seating than probably, I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm trying to think of a place that has more seating than Flame Tree at any Disney park.
Yeah.
Okay. Epcot, when we get there.
Yeah.
There's a quick service there that has a new one that has lots of seating there. But outside of that, and this is all outdoor.
Yes, but it's nice. Shaded,
and it's on the water. Part of it's on the water.
Part of it's on the water.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if you are not a bird fan, that one may scare you.
Yes.
Because there are little cranes. I don't know what they're. I really don't know. I know they're a type of crane, but they're the little short crane with the little orange legs and the white.
Yes.
And they're aggressive.
They are very aggressive.
They will steal your French fries. They will poke you. And I don't help because I like them.
Yeah.
So like I'm going to call them over and talk to them, and you're not supposed to feed the wildlife at Disney.
Yes.
But even if you're not and your kid drops their plate,
they will be there.
They're going to eat it. So even just by accident, you're feeding the wildlife. But it really is great. I think that it's, I would say, there's great options. Harambe Market has like a food court kind of thing.
Yeah.
With a couple different windows, I think. And especially if you're not a picky eater, Animal Kingdom's got a lot
Some
of
variety.
some variety that you can go over. The cheeseburger pods,
Oh.
I don't eat them over in Pandora.
Yeah.
So think of if you go and eat Asian, the pot stickers,
Yes.
that people eat.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that,
But
it's
cheeseburger.
inside cheeseburger, like a McDonald's cheeseburger, but inside.
Interesting.
So I'm not adventurous like that.
Yeah.
So that's not for me.
Yeah.
And I think they have a few other things over there in the land of Pandora that you can.
Yeah,
Get
a little
some-
more out of the box.
You got it. You got it. You got it. But then there's also, as you're just walking around, if you like snacks, like again, if you're not a heavy eater,
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom is a great place. Mr. Kamal's fries. You can just get them with a little seasoning, but he
Yeah.
also has like a ton that's going up toward Everest. I think there's an ice cream cart up there too, right there.
Yeah.
With different kinds of ice cream. Popcorn again everywhere,
Yep.
and they have a sweet popcorn.
Yeah, they do.
If you want to try that, that's like colorful and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like a caramel corn, but fruity.
Yeah.
I think I don't eat that kind of popcorn, but I've seen
Traditionalist.
it. I'm a traditional regular popcorn gal, but you can also get a Dole Whip,
Yes.
which you can't get
Can't
everywhere.
get everywhere.
but
and
you can
they're
there.
so good.
Yeah, so I think that you won't go wrong anywhere you're eating there. And I think there's a cart with your trusty mac and cheese, but I don't know that it's barbecue mac and cheese, but I think there's
Yeah.
a mac and cheese cart near Flame Tree that's like a quick service where you can go up and get a little bit different kind of mac and cheese, like if that's your thing.
Yeah.
I mean, but what are you thinking? You already said you're probably not there for dinner
Yes.
and a big meal.
Yes.
But any thoughts on like sit down there or someplace you might want to eat?
I mean, I've heard great things about all of the sit downs there. I think Yak and Yeti I've heard a lot about, more of
Okay.
like your Asian cuisine.
Gotcha.
I've had quite a few clients actually that want to go to that one. So anytime a lot of people want to go somewhere, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, this
Yeah,
would
it must be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that would probably be one that I would be willing to try if I was going to have dinner there.
And I think they have a Kobe burger. Like a lot of people
Yes.
talk about that Kobe,
Kobe
beef that's
yeah.
like expensive and really good. And if, so again, I think if you're looking to maybe not be as adventurous, a lot of times there's something on the menu for even the
Yes.
pickiest person,
Yeah,
right?
that you could still get for
Yeah.
sure.
Tiffin's is another. I'm really interested in eating lunch
Yeah.
there. I don't know that I'm adventurous enough for,
For the
dinner.
dinner.
And it's pricey.
Yes.
Even at lunch, they have their bread service is supposedly top notch.
Okay.
That would compare to Animal Kingdom Lodge. I know Sanaa has a big.
Yes.
Never been there,
Yeah.
but people talk about it like it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would like, there's a burger that's on like a prefix menu where you get that and some dessert and again, an expensive lunch. But if I were going to try it,
Yeah, that's the one you would do.
that's what I would do.
Yeah.
And this is just me. I'm not going to Rainforest Cafe
Right.
at Disney
At
World.
Disney. Yes.
But there are 2 locations
I was
if you
gonna
would
say.
like to go.
Yes.
There's one there and one at
Disney Springs.
exactly. So if that's your jam,
Mm-hmm.
because it's going to be the same
Yes.
menu that it is everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not Disney themed at all.
Yeah.
I think you can get a shirt that says Rainforest Cafe at Disney World, Animal
Yes.
Kingdom or something. But yeah, I mean, so you could go there if you're into that.
Yes.
Yak and Yeti. If you're a Landry's member, you can get. You can go up and you don't have to have a reservation at Yak and Yeti.
Okay.
Just FYI. I know
That's
some
a
people
good
get those little
tip.
cards for those different type restaurants.
Yeah.
And if you have that, and I think you sign up for it, I can't remember how much it is. It might be $25,
Yeah.
but you're going to get that money back somehow.
Right.
So if you're into that,
Yeah.
and because they have a bunch of restaurants, and you can use that wherever you go. So
Yeah.
that's a good option.
That's awesome.
And there's a character meal there. We're not doing character meals, but Tusker
Yeah.
House is there
A
if
third
you're into
sit
that.
down option for sure.
Yeah, so it's you got options.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? It feels like we have a lot to talk about with Disney dining. So we're going to actually split this one up into 2 parts. So we've just covered Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom here. We're going to get you guys some recommendations for Hollywood Studios and Epcot in our part 2. So we are going to let you guys go right now. But make sure that you tune back in for part 2 of our favorite Disney dining at the parks. And we'll get you some more recommendations. But we hope you guys enjoyed hearing what we have to say about Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom, and hope we gave you some guidance there. And we look forward to seeing you guys for part 2.
That's it. Have a magical day.
We'll see you later on the To the Magic and Beyond podcast.